Good morning. It's Monday. First challenge of the morning is going to be seeing if I can get out of this stupid driveway system. I think I just managed to do it. Not too bad this morning. Had to stop for petrol. The place near our house is great. Lovely lady runs it. But they've just done some road construction and made it an absolute ball ache to get in and out. So, oh well. Right. It's Monday. Predictions Day. Well, tonight is session 1 of the Tides of Shadow game, the new game. What do I expect tonight? Well, tonight, I'm actually fairly certain what I expect because I'm running introductions. And introductions are the one part of a game where I can fairly well control what's going on. Basically, tonight is the night everyone comes together. They've each built their backstories, they've each built their backgrounds, they each know where they are at the moment. We have this kind of tapestry woven that all of these people knew each other as children. Their parents were friends, their parents were an adventuring party, their parents were heroes. And then things went very dark. The old king was ostensibly killed. No one knows for sure. But he was gone. And the heroes faced overwhelming odds. And rather than die fighting, well, at first at least, they made a pact and they got their children into hiding. Each of them sent their children away to somewhere else, somewhere safer, somewhere that they would not be hunted. Now, once that was done, yes, some of the heroes turned around and fought. Braska and Eliza, probably most notably. Braska was killed when she quite literally walked up to the palace, and when the guards asked, why do you demand entry, she started lopping people's heads off. And she probably killed 30 of the Emperor's elite guard before they took her down. And Eliza's body is actually still standing on top of the Dawn Gate. The Dawn Gate is this massive entrance gateway to the palace that she's actually warded so that the Emperor and his people can't come through it, which is still pissing him off. But she basically stood on top of that and started hurling her most powerful spells down onto the palace, and actually collapsed about a third of the palace before they killed her. And they left her body laying on top of the Dawn Gate to rot because they can't get up there to get it down. But yeah, so that's kind of where we were. Where we are, these children have grown up. They've been in hiding for 19 years. And now comes the time when they need to come back together. And what they don't know yet is how they will come together. And I am drawing inspiration directly from what I've said as my source material all along, the Black Parade album. And I can't understand how they haven't figured out yet what's going to bring them together. I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade. Basically, when the day comes, wherever they are, the spirit of their ancestor, the spirit of their parent, will appear to them and will may be slightly different in each case how they direct them, but in each case they will direct them and they will lead them to Declan. Now, Declan is the player playing the survivor. Declan is the name of the character that Ben, the player, is playing. But Declan is the survivor. He is the only member of the Heroes of Aranas to survive. He was tasked with staying in hiding, watching over the children, and making sure they grew up safe. However he could manage to do that. He was given this task because he was the only one of them who had no children of his own. So basically, the spirits will lead all of them to Declan so that he can explain to them what's going on. Because their parents did have a plan. And what I hope we get as far as explaining tonight is that each of the parents gave up a portion of their own power to reserve it for their child. What this means is that the children will be getting a power boost in the form of what I've written as legacy abilities. So each of them will have a minor ability and a major ability. The minor ability will be always on or always available to use, depending on what type of thing it is. So it is just basically an extra class skill that they have, basically. The major ability is going to be a lot more powerful, but it's going to be something that if they use it, then they can't use it again for a while, and in some cases it may actually disable their minor ability for a while as well, as it basically regains power. So that's where I'm hoping to get to tonight, is getting everyone having met the spirits of their parents and been led to Declan and had the situation explained to them. So there we have it. That is my intentions for session 1. Am I sure we'll get it done? No. Depending on how the intro scenes go, I will be jumping from player to player to player. So depending on how those run, how quickly or how slowly they do, it may end up being that we have to do this over 2 sessions. I don't know yet. But we'll see. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that stuff really helps me out. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.